What's up, Taiwan? Good morning. I'm Joey Chow with 10 minutes of news from here in Taiwan and around the world. Taiwanese computer giant ASUS says shipments of its products to Russia have come to a standstill due to the invasion of Ukraine. The company made the announcement via Twitter on Monday night, Taiwan time. It has also announced a donation of over $1 million to the Disaster Relief Foundation, calling for peace and saying it hopes the aid will reach everyone in distress. James Chater reports.
It's one of the world's largest computer companies and a world leader in motherboard design, the backbone of computing devices. But the products of Taiwanese company ASUS could soon be harder to find in Russia. On Monday, Taiwan's economy minister Wang Meihua said that ASUS will make plans to evacuate its staff and business from Russia as Moscow's invasion of Ukraine continues. The announcement comes days after Ukraine's Vice Prime Minister Mikhailo Fedorov implored ASUS to reassess its position. In an open letter posted on Twitter, Fedorov called on ASUS to end any relationship and stop doing business in the Russian Federation, adding that it's no longer a question of business, it's a question of peace and life. Ukrainian officials have publicly called on several multinational companies to cease operations in Russia. Earlier this month, Apple announced it was pausing product sales in the country. But with Moscow now reportedly calling on Beijing for support, an increasingly fractious environment is leaving some companies worried they'll be forced to pick between markets, one centered on Russia and China, and another in the US and Europe.
现在不是只有华硕面对这个问题，会担心在中俄联盟下，中国市场也受到影响的企业，我想是非常非常多的。
Taiwanese semiconductor giant TSMC previously said it will comply with export controls on chips, implemented in response to Russia's invasion.
那台积电当然是大型企业，它有办法就是在自己内部提高这样的一个分析，大部分的企业都没有办法，也没有这样子的一个方向来就是在内部进行这样的一个检讨。
But in an increasingly fraught global environment, the decision by ASUS to leave Russia shows that the politics of a market may need to play a larger role in a company's economic choices. Patrick Chen and James Chater for TaiwanPlus.
For the past 10 years, the people of Taipei have been watching an unusual building emerge on the cityscape. It's a massive new performing arts center that's turning heads and hopefully will also turn a crowd. TaiwanPlus's Bing Wan got a sneak peek at the building ahead of the grand openings.
What appears to be an ordinary theater lobby is set to become one of the hippest and most inviting spaces in Taipei. This part of the new Taipei Performing Arts Center will be filled with restaurants and bars and have two distinct entrances with multiple performance spaces. One is through this enormous blue stairwell with hundreds of steps. The other is through this atmospheric and seemingly endless escalator with dim lighting. The complex is part of a drive to promote Taiwan's performing arts and to provide a space not just for accomplished performers, but also for those looking to get their big break.
We have 3 theaters. One big one, which can accommodate 1,500 seats. And one medium size, we call it Globe Playhouse. It can accommodate 800 audience. And then we have the third one, which is a black box type of theater. We call it blue box because the interior is dark blue. It also can accommodate from 500 up to 800.
The new Performing Arts Center hopes to attract people from all walks of life.
I would call it a theater for 21st century because it's very open, very transparent, and also it has all kinds of theater in different scale, different style. They can accommodate all kinds of nowadays performers.
This is the venue's largest space. So now we're in the grand room, one of the 3 theaters in this whole performance center. As you can see, it's blue and it's massive. It can fit 1,500 people just in this room alone. Construction started 10 years ago and should be completed by the summer. According to the man in charge, Austin Wong, the story behind the construction is as dramatic as some of the plays that will unfold on the stages.
The reason why it took so long because the building is very difficult to build. the material and the way of the construction method is, most of them is one and only in Taiwan, which is really costs a huge amount of money during the process.
The much anticipated center is set to officially open to the public in July, and the plans for it are ambitious. The Taipei Performing Arts Center aims to stage 600 events and performances every year and welcome 600,000 visitors from all over the world, pushing Taiwan's arts onto the international stage. Klein Wong, Ken Ning, and Bing Wong for TaiwanPlus.
Love is in the air. March 14th, it's White Valentine's Day. Originally a Japanese holiday, it's now observed across East Asia. So to whom do people in Taiwan turn to find love? Our reporter, Sandy Chi, visited one of the most popular temples in Taiwan, and she went with a jazz singer who needs a little help in the love department.
26-year-old Australian Taiwanese jazz singer Caitlin McGee is looking for love. And for her, the song sums up her experience. In Taiwan, Caitlin has found success as a singer, but she hasn't been so lucky in love. Today, she's come to the Xia-Hai City God Temple to try a more traditional approach. A local legend says that the matchmaking god here pairs up around 6,000 couples every year. A worker at the temple, Taipei, explains.
就是他们比较熟知的，像丘比特嘛，就是西洋就会讲丘比特嘛，只是丘比特是小孩，他是老人这样子。对，那因为就是他有点像就是 matchmaking god 嘛，就是帮你们match 的嘛。对，它比较像是这样子，因为它也有一个比较象征的这个红线去帮你跟你想要的对象一起牵起来嘛。
Caitlin's mission today is to perform a ritual to ask the matchmaking god for some help. And she's not the only one who has come to do that.
我想说来拜个月老，然后求个感情顺利这样。
因为大家都说求月老很灵验这样。
Here we have a bunch of offerings for the matchmaker. They include a lot of unusual things.
Lead coins, paper money, red thread, and sugar.
Are you ready, Caitlin?
Yes, let's do it.
For Caitlin, this is a new experience. She grew up in Australia and didn't move to Taiwan until 2017. But she's excited to see how Taiwanese people come to ask the matchmaking god for help.
From Australia.
The process starts by introducing herself to the god and telling him the qualities she's looking for in her ideal partner.
I'm just a regular girl, just trying to find a regular guy. I'm looking for a guy that is understanding, someone that's kind, and someone that shares a passion for the arts.
One of the most important steps during the ritual is to circle the red thread and the lead coins 3 times above the incense burner outside the temple for blessing. Then you place them in your wallet for safekeeping. As Taipei Wu says, the red thread symbolizes the connection with your future partner. And the lead coins, well, the Taiwanese Hokkien word for lead, 1, sounds like the word for destiny. After you complete the ritual, you can sample some engagement cakes and drink a cup of blessed tea outside the temple. But that's not being served right now because of the pandemic.
Well, I feel really calm and I feel very optimistic. I feel like when I go to the temple and I make an offering, I feel like the God is, blessing me. So I'm very, very excited to see what the future will hold and very thankful for this opportunity. I feel so happy that I'll find my chance at love. Thank you to the gods.
Now Caitlin has finished the process, she's feeling upbeat about the future. So who is the lucky guy at the other end of Caitlin's red string? Only time will tell. But one thing for sure, if she does find her Mr. Right, she'll have to come back to the temple to perform another ritual as a sign of thanks to the matchmaking god. Alex Chen and Sari Chi for TaiwanPlus.
Thank you for watching What's Up Taiwan. Remember to download the TaiwanPlus app for more stories from here in Taiwan and around the world. Finally today, we leave you with footage of some baby pandas in a French zoo taking their first steps. I've been Joey Chow. Have a great day, and I'll catch you on the flip side.